Okay, in this part of the tutorial, we're gonna basically set up the camera for easy navigation in Blender 2.8. So first of all, if you haven't got a scene, the default scene loaded up, you can simply load up a default scene by going File, Defaults, Load Factory Settings. Okay, once you've done that, you should have a scene looking like this with one camera, one light, and one cube. Okay. Now, obviously, you can navigate with the camera as it stands now by just moving, rotating like what I showed you in that earlier tutorial. However, I find it slightly fiddly. So what I do is this. First of all, let's delete the cube. Click on the camera, press Alt and G. Yeah, and then press Alt and R. And your camera should now look like this. Yeah, in the center of the scene. The next thing we're going to do is just move it up slightly, and then we're going to go add empty cube. Okay, so you should have a scene looking like this. Let's just move the camera up slightly a bit more. Right, the next thing we're going to do is basically we're going to attach the camera to this box, or basically the box to the camera, so that basically the camera is the child of the box object. So how we go about doing that is click on the camera first, and then click on the cube, and then hit Control P, and then Object Keep Transform. Then what happens is a relationship line appears, and basically what that means is now the camera is attached to the cube. So if I was to move this camera, I mean, you move the empty object, the camera will follow everywhere this cube goes. So I'll show you now. See that? The camera's moving with it. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you why I've done that. So if we add an object, so I've got add, mesh, and let's just add the monkey object. And then if we go to animation, this view here is where what your camera's pointing at. See, the camera's pointing at this view here. So now if I was to rotate the empty object, look what happens now. Yeah? And remember, this is your render scene. So whatever I was to render, it would be from this view here. So once I hit render, it would render that soon. We'll go into that a little bit detail later. So we can obviously rotate and obviously zoom. I just find this way a lot easier than the other way. You just got more control of it.